Hey y'all, hey, it is me, it is your girl Nurse T, and I am going to share some information with y'all that'll keep you motivated. I didn't want to delay this video because when you're talking about money, for some reason, we all stop what we're doing and we want to see, hear, and just get an idea. You can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about what travel nurses are being offered as far as, and as of now, currently, if you pick up any travel assignments in the month of January of 2025. Either these rates can either discourage a person or they can motivate a person. But my point of sharing this with you is to show you, because you're probably an aspiring nursing student still thinking, I wonder if I should go ahead and get in a nursing program. I wonder if I should do what it takes to stay focused in nursing school. Is it worth it? You have some people who are currently working, probably making a pretty fairly decent income, based on the person, that particular person, their bills, their lifestyle, and whatever sounds like it's worth it to them. Currently, as far as for travelers, I'm going to show you, and the reason why I'm going to share this, I get multiple agencies that reach out to me. There's this one particular agency and have shared travel rate to different states. I wish these rates were pretty much here local, but they're not. I'm located off in Texas, but these rates are, in Ohio, in Alaska, all these other places. But these rates would show you what you would make if you were working 3 days a week, which is 36 hours. That's the requirement for nurses who are working full time. Now, you can work more than that if you're staff, but if you're traveling, the contract is for 36 hours per week, which is 3 days. And typically the contracts go out like 13 weeks. So for every 13 weeks, I think it's great if you had to fly and go do a contract, if you could cluster your days. If you can cluster your days, and let's say the beginning of the week starts on a Sunday and the end of the week ends on a Saturday. So if you're doing a 3-day week, I would like to do like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe fly back home and do blah, blah, blah. That's if you still have family you need to take care of. And some people, after they do it for so long, it just becomes so repetitive to where they usually stay, but you do also have to take into consideration, most agencies will give you like lodging money so you can have a place to stay, eat. The best thing to do is if you travel to another state and you have a family member or a friend, if you're traveling with a friend, and maybe y'all could split the cost of a room. But if let's say you're traveling to Florida, because they had some rates in Florida, and you know someone that lives in Florida, maybe you could pocket that lodging money, and that's more money added to the money that you'll be getting in addition to your pay. I'm going to show you, and this is, like I said, this is one particular agency. I'll have to go through my messages and see the other agencies and what are their rates. Also take into consideration, whenever there's a strike, the rates are usually higher. When we had the pandemic, the rates were much higher. Now, we'll share with you, depending on how long you've been a nurse, these numbers can, they might sound attractive to you or they might not. So with that being said, okay, on a weekly basis, if they're offering you $2,300 or less on a weekly basis, well, you have some nurses that are making that staying at home, not traveling, and making that every 2 weeks. To them, it's not worth it, because by the time you have to fly down, the inconvenience you have to put yourself through to fly out and do this and that, unless you just, you don't have any kids, you just want to travel, you want to see other countries, other states, other cities. People have their reasons, there are many reasons as to why they choose to travel. And some people just choose to travel because that's where the money is at. So, but when you take a nurse that's been a nurse for 2 years and offer them a rate of $2,300 a week, and then you take a nurse that's been a nurse for about 10 plus years and offer them $2,300 a week, depending on what their pay grade is at that moment. If that's a nurse making above $60 an hour, and maybe let's say that nurse is in her hometown, so she probably work her 36 hours, or she might work an extra shift. When you work an extra shift, that's time and a half. So that 60 becomes 90, 90 an hour. So to that particular nurse, it's probably not worth it. Nurse coming out of nursing school in Texas, in Houston to be exact, I had a friend that recently told me, when she graduated like almost 2 years ago, some of the hospitals in the Texas Medical Center were offering around $34, $35 an hour for a start. You do the math. If you make that times 36 hours a week, and you see what you would get. But if you can go work travel and get what, $2,200, $2,000 or whatever, it depends on the season, it depends on the need. Sometimes those rates that I've been seeing, they can be $3,000, $4,000 a week. So it all depends on the location, what's going on, and also you got to take into consideration specialty. So the rates that I showed you just now were all med-surg specialties. Now, if you go out and you go for like ICU, the emergency department, labor and delivery, different units will have like a different price range. So the more critical the level is, the higher the pay offer should be. New nurses that go out and do travel assignments, there used to be a requirement, I'm not sure if it's still the same, but a preference to at least have maybe 2 years of experience, so that therefore when you're traveling to unfamiliar places, a lot of the the hospitals that accept traveling nurses, they're gonna count on you to efficient in the information that you need to know to successfully take care of these patients. Like I said, depends on specialty area, depends on if there's like a pandemic or a strike going on, because then the prices can be much higher. But on average, and then again, it depends on location and specialty area. I think I said that. But I mean, you can range from $2,000 to $5,000 weekly. And then you have the tax-free stipend for meal plans, housing, stuff like that. Experienced nurses, you could pretty much kind of like negotiate your pay. I feel like you're paying for a person experience. Once you have so many years of experience and you know you're more marketable, you're able to kind of negotiate, and you're going to know what sounds good to you and what doesn't. And a lot of times the rates that they have that they can actually pay you, they'll probably try to lowball you, and then they have to kind of talk them up. And most of the time it's within their budget to go up. But if they can give you a lower rate, they're going to start off at the bottom, and then it's up to you to see, hey, I got 10 years of experience, or hey, I got 15 years of experience. If they got it within their budget, then if they really want you or really need you, then you could pretty much negotiate that. But if you're like a 2-year nurse, you could try to negotiate that, or they probably still just kind of bring you on at the basic interest level. When they have crisis or something going on, emergencies that are going on, and they really need nurses, that's when you can expect for those rates to be a little higher. Yeah, so don't be afraid to negotiate your pay. And most of the time, especially during like flu season, current seasons where more people are brought in and the hospitals are in need of having those extra staff members there. Because I tell you now, like with it being flu season and COVID and all this picking up, the hospitals are getting full. And, sometimes the actual nurses that work in that state, they tired, they're worn out, and, and they probably taking breaks, especially around the holidays. I did want to get this video out. I don't want to drag it out too long. If I find the other agency that's, offering different rates, I think if I find that it's probably like older dates and it's probably like not the most current as of now. But just so you can see, I mean, you have some people who, like, even with the 2,000, like a week, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, that's about 10,000. Like if it's 2,300 or whatever, that's like a little over 10,000 a month. You have some people who don't even make 2,000 for the whole month. You have some people that don't make more than 3,000 for the whole month. So just like taking that kind of stuff into consideration, not saying you're going to do it for the money, but just know that the money will be there. You know, you're doing it because it's your passion. You're doing it because you want to help others. And in the process of following your passion, you know, you'll be compensated along with it. I just wanted to like just kind of encourage those who are currently in school, just want to be able to know like the plenty of opportunities you have. If you watch some of my other videos, you see like the flexibility, the career opportunities, stuff like that, and also like the traveling. And it's good for people who, you know, who wants to get out and explore, who give them opportunities to go visit other states, get a chance to live there. Because like I said, the contracts can vary. You can have some 8 weeks, 10 weeks, 13-week contracts. Without further ado, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching this video, and I'll see y'all on the next one.